Hello and welcome to the third part of my NES collection. I'm your Mr. Venom 1974 and the next six. Slalom. It's a black box game and it's unique, if you want to call it. It's an interesting skiing game, if you want to call it. But it's very famous that the protagonist shows his back to you. Some call it moon. So it's not a really interesting classic. It's playable. It's in some way funny, okay, but it's not a really good classic. The Little Mermaid, Ariel. It's a Capcom game, and Capcom and Disney works really fine on the NES. So this is really also a really good game. I think it never appeared in Europe, don't know. So this is the NTSC version. But it's a really good game. It's fun. It's easier than the standard Capcom jump and run, or in this case, swim and float or something. Game, but it's a really good game. I think it's worth a play, of course. Ice Climber, it's an I call it it's an classic. It's an instant classic. You play as these nice ice climbers, very famous from the Smash Brothers series, I think, and you walk through the level up and. It's a little bit harder sometimes, but it's absolutely playable. And I think it's one of my games what I like today. So maybe you like them as well. Skate or Die is a classic. I know it from the C64 and with Epic's games. There was also EA with Skate or Die and She or Die. Skate or Die, it's really good. And I think the NES version is acceptable. It's not my favorite port. I think the C64 version is much superior, but this game is absolutely playable. And if you want to have fun with skating events, this is your kind of game. The sequel is a little bit strange. I've got it, and till today I don't know what I think about it. So, but this is a different topic. Kid Icarus! This isn't classic. This is one of my favorite games for the NES, and Pit is awesome. I loved Pit in Uprising and Kid Icarus. It's a tougher game, if you want to call it, but it's a good game. It's a mixture of RPG, jump and run, shoot 'em up in the later stages, and it's really good. If you're a fan of Pit, go and play it. Kid Icarus, it's a good game. There was also a remake, I think, on the Game Boy of this version, but this is the original. I like it. Maybe you like it too. Another classic, and we all know what's a classic. Metroid is awesome. Samus Aran, the first adventure, this is a masterpiece. I think this is only Super Metroid is a little bit better than this. Maybe Fusion. But this is absolute gorgeous. This is also a mixture of action-adventure, RPG, jump and run. It's absolutely great. So, Metroid on the NES is a must-have. Simple and that. Back to the action. Crack Out is a Breakout Arkanoid clone, but it's a really, really good game. I saw this on YouTube, so I saw this is a really good Breakout version, and I also can recommend it. This is a really good game, so if you are a fan of Breakout, go and get it. This is really a good version. So, go and get it. Soccer. This is the original Nintendo Soccer, one of the classics. This is a standard soccer, nothing really special. It's playable, but it's not a real game with a lot of depth. That is it. That is it not. That isn't it. Wrecking Crew. Yes, there was some more games with the plumber. And this time he's a wrecking machine. Wrecking Crew is a game a lot of people don't like. I think this is okay. It's not that good, but it's an okay game. In this game, Mario has a job to destroy buildings, and so you walk from building to building and destroy any walls, any pillars, so until the building breaks in. This is a interesting game. It's more arcadey than really gameplay friendly, but it's playable. I think you will like this game, but it's not a classic. It's not one of the best Mario games of all time, not at all. But it's playable. It's okay. RC Pro-Am is a really good racer. I can recommend it. This is a really good game. So if you want to have a racer for the NES, just go and get this. This is really good. You see, there's one of a ripped label. This is Bionic Commando from Capcom. This is a really good arcade port. This is really good. If you're a fan of NES arcade ports, this is a really good version. Bionic Commando is a mixture of platforming and shooter in some case, but the unique thing is you have this bionic arm. You see, with the time the bionic was really unique, and with this bionic arm you can hit opponents, grab things, and this is really an important play thing. So this is really good, and the NES version is really good. The Hunt for Red October. I don't know if I like this game. The movie was good. This version is a little bit strange. It's a playable shooter, and as a shooter it works. As a story-wise gameplay, it lacks a lot, but as a submarine shooter, it's okay. So maybe you test it. It's strange, but it works. So you have to see for yourself. I'm back. Sorry for being a little bit too short in this time, due to the German version that was much too long. So I have to cut this here. So we'll see us in the next installment. Part 4 is coming. I'm your Mr. Venom 1974. If you like this video, please rate, leave a comment, subscribe if you want, and believe me, there will be more. See you.